2024, an unforgettable year you already forgot. The 2020s... That feels really weird to say. The 2020s have been a Boeing flight. We have basically almost all died. Every year goes by quicker and somehow we inch closer to what feels like the end. In 2024, there were 2 attempts on President Trump's life, showing radical liberals have the aim of any WNBA player that isn't Caitlin Clark. New York hunted down 2 important figures, Peanut the Squirrel and Luigi Mangione. They found a squirrel quicker than a dude who deleted a CEO, and then ignored a lady spontaneously combusting on a train. Further proving my theory that New York is just the annoying fentanyl-addicted hipster stepchild of our republic, and it sucks. Dubai, a desert, received more water than California, which is in a drought drier than anyone who watches anime, if you know what I mean. But that's okay, because who needs to go outside now that the Apple Vision Pros have released? Instead of looking down at your phone, you can now look up, as it's 3 inches from your face. Evolution is beautiful, isn't it? P. Diddy turned out to be the DEI Epstein and had more baby oil in his house. It actually lowered gas prices for a week. And 2024 saw the right implode on Twitter when Elon Musk disagreed with Trump's basis. And here's the stories you forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the Semi-Daily Night Show with Gary TV, your host, Gary.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch, and please welcome the President of the United States.
We did it, sir.
Just making sure you're paying attention.
January, the month of ambitious goals like no natural disasters or jokes to fuel stereotypes. But like your attempt at January sobriety, that failed quicker than a chance of Epstein's list being released. It started off mild with Japan getting hit with a 7.6 magnitude earthquake, but luckily the media didn't have to lie about how nuclear reactors were spilling nuclear waste into the ocean for years this time. So that's a positive, I guess. Boeing had a month so bad it finally allowed me to buy their stock. What? My entire stock portfolio is corporations that build drones. That is financial advice. Okay. The GTV lawyers are telling me to declare that this is not financial advice. But it might be. Jewish people came from tunnels. I have to tread lightly here, something the IDF doesn't do around hospitals. Oh, too soon? F*** off. And Stephen Hawking was revealed to be on Epstein's list. That's a step in the right direction for our world. Islands made to blackmail public figures are now ADA accessible. I love that. Step might not have been the right word there. February, the month of overpriced love. That sounds like an joke, but I was talking about Valentine's Day. Ugh. Which is fitting because Apple Vision Pros got released and anyone who bought one still does not have a girlfriend to this day, but that's okay because they can watch anime, scroll Reddit, and troll on Twitter, all from the comfort of their mom's basement. Tucker Carlson interviewed Putin, where Putin yapped longer than your conservative uncle about immigrants at Christmas dinner, and just like that Christmas dinner conversation, nothing came of it. In March, spring started and it wasn't all fresh beginnings. Diddy's house got raided and an oil depot was found. George Bush was spotted outside of the raid. I made that last one up, but it's not that hard to be surprised by that. Trump released sneakers, the Never Surrender high tops, for $400. This looks like something LMFAO would wear if they performed at Mar-a-Lago. Boeing's whistleblower decided to permanently quit, allegedly, and we all decided to stop posting images of how bad our flights are in unrelated news. A bridge also collapsed after a cargo ship ran right into it. The Dolly captain and the crew had to remain on board, and we got an exclusive interview with the crew.
Hey, you bitch! Do you listen to me? Do not redeem! Do not redeem the card!
What?
I'm not sorry for that one. April, a solar eclipse happened, but an asteroid should have hit us instead. Curb Your Enthusiasm has ended, which is fitting because I have no enthusiasm left for this year. But there were people who did have enthusiasm. The NYPD when it came to arresting over 300 protesters at colleges who protested the war in Gaza. And I'm sure there will be some enthusiastic debates about that one. There was a solar eclipse. What are you doing? Don't look straight at it. It'll hurt your eyes, you idiot. That man raw dogged a solar eclipse with no glasses. May did not bring many flowers. Trump was convicted, which was a liberal Christmas and a Republican Halloween. New York thought having a live stream portal to the country would be used for good. The people of Dublin showed images of 9/11. That's pretty funny. But our portal to another dimension, a country full of drunks, was shortly closed after a woman on the New York side flashed the people of Dublin. That's not the only thing that came crashing down. Iran's president was in a helicopter crash that we still don't know how it fell and no one seems to want to ask. Oh, I think I know who did it. June, the summer began. Justin Timberlake was arrested on DUI charges, and that wasn't the only person slurring his words in public.
Single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicaid. He beat it to death.
Got him! Trump and Biden had their presidential debate, and half of America was validated that the president is as coherent as me after 10 tequila shots. The other half was in denial, saying that was just a stutter. Now, President Biden is known for slurs, both racial and accidental. Got him! But America saw it on display, and still half of the country denied it, which is fitting because half of America thought that was funny. Yes, we were forced to listen to this meme everywhere we went for 1 week in June. And if you posted a meme with it, how's your coloring book coming along, you child? Apple Intelligence was also released, and it was said to help summarize your tasks and to help with privacy, because AI companies have a great track record of protecting our privacy and data.
Do not renege!
July, the month of fireworks and probably the sickest photo ever taken since Dennis Rodman played. The first attempt on Trump's life was made by a guy who we only heard about for 3 days and then disappeared. The guy with the biggest forehead I've seen since I looked in the mirror without a hat ended up missing Trump and just hitting his ear. If that wasn't enough to bring our divided country together, the Olympics began. And instead of rallying behind our country like the Michael Phelps days, we argued over the rendition of The Last Supper, which undeniably this is accurate. This is what The Last Supper before Ozempic looks like. And President Joe Biden dropped out of the presidential race. He didn't learn that until at least September.
With dealing with everything we have to do with...
August, the month where the war on weird begun. That boxer dude won. Wait. That's not a dude? That guy won. Sorry, that person won. I don't know what that is. I'm not here to debate it either. Tim Walz was appointed to be the VP pick by Kamala Harris, and we got the live action of what I see as a male version of Leslie Knope. Kamala Harris accepted the nomination from the Party of Democracy by appointing her to represent the Democratic Party that didn't vote for her. That didn't make any sense. And seeing how far you can get by appointing yourself, Australian breakdancer Ray Gunn did the same thing and appointed herself to be the Australian representative of breakdancing at the Olympics. What the happened that month? September brought us this.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
Another attempt was made on Trump, again by a guy who looks as stable as the U.S. economy currently, while he was playing golf. The nation also learned that a community of rednecks are more resourceful than the federal government as Hurricane Helene destroyed North Carolina, which is the most American thing to happen in a while, at least until that Last Supper of Ozempic happened. October, the spooky season, came and gone faster than our attention spans, which is why you forgot about Hurricane Milton, the hurricane that hit Florida, where a dude survived it on a boat, giving us the real-life Lieutenant Dan, who actually was his name. He almost became an influencer until he turned out to be a horrible human being, which is why he became a streamer on Kick anyways. Can we cancel streaming in 2025? And North Korea launched troops into Ukraine. Russia denies this, but there is video evidence of it. And Putin and P. Diddy are basically the same. Both have credible accusations against them, yet they deny it. And both are sitting on large oil reserves. November, all of America at one point reacted like this. The first reaction was from New York after it hunted down a squirrel, where rednecks across the nation that probably have pet raccoons united. R.I.P. Peanut became a flagship moment for Republicans as they mourned the loss of the squirrel. And Democrats had their time to react like that. Because Trump won the election. He destroyed Kamala Harris, who has since not really been seen, nor has President Biden. I swear, their vacations are longer than the Irishman. And on election night, half of America responded by shaving their heads in protest. This is a good sign of what's to come in 2025. And the last month of 2024, December, was lit.
And we begin with a Fox News alert. A man is arrested after allegedly setting fire to a sleeping subway passenger in New York City.
I know what you're thinking. Too soon. But that literally happened last year. I'm sorry. I had to. That was dark and bad. But a man who was in the U.S. illegally lit a woman on fire in the New York subway. Think about that headline for a second. Half of the country fell in love with a man named Luigi, where he deleted a healthcare CEO, then was found in a McDonald's. Hating the healthcare industry, then eating McDonald's is a perfect description of current state America. The government almost shut down as well. Unfortunately, it remained open. Damn it, we were so close. And Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamay divided their supporters when talking about work visas. H-1B visas, which I thought was another disease at first, so I'm definitely a credible expert to speak on this, and I will. After Trump's base has been wanting America First policies, the two leaders of Doge showed they think work visas from legal migration are a necessity for America to be the best, which most Trump supporters don't agree with. A lot of businesses rely on these visas, and these visas are often very underpaid individuals from other countries. Corporations love it because of their low pay, and majority of Americans waddled out from watching football and took pictures of helicopters and said the end was near. I don't know if majority of Americans are capable of getting America to its best, and the richest man on earth, who you would maybe think is capable of getting America to its best, is throwing temper tantrums on Twitter and deleting accounts of people who disagree with him. All while trying to be a streamer, for f***'s sake. He says he works harder than everyone, but he just tweets more than everyone and made a really ugly car. And I'm not even anti-Elon Musk. He's carrying my entire stock portfolio. I wouldn't bet against him. But this debate will go on for a few days, and like most Americans, I have the flu, so I don't have the energy to care. 2024 was a fever dream from food poisoning we all got from a Big Mac. But we won't learn. Next year we'll go faster and just get weirder. And it won't matter, because the iPhone will change its charging cables, there will be a new Marvel movie to argue about, and we will fund every war we can. So invest in stocks like Boeing so you can afford a Big Mac, because this fever dream is entertaining, and at least we can all burn up together.